If you've invested in stocks, whether it's a retirement account through a 401k, Roth, or traditional IRA, or just a normal brokerage account, and you've logged on recently, most likely, depending on what you're invested in, you took a huge hit. And there's a reason for that. President Trump on Wednesday announced global tariffs. The minimum baseline, if it's not made in America, is 10%, and it just goes up from there. The worst that I'm aware of right now is China at 104%, effective this evening. Now, how do you trade that? Well, I'm not a professional, but I watched CNBC all of Monday, all of Tuesday, and I'm going to summarize what I heard. The first is recession most likely, unless there's a policy change. That figures at 60%. In my mind now, knowing what I know, I think it's much higher than that, and we could already be in one. The second thing, quite a few people said we could go down another 20% in the S&P 500. But for every person that said that, there was another that came in and said, historically, in this scenario, with the fear as high and being oversold as the market is, we could rise 28% on the S&P 500 in the next 12 months. And as a trader, how do I trade that? And I had an epiphany today. I think both could happen. I think we could easily go down 20% on the S&P 500, and it could happen very quickly. But I see we could recover and within 12 months be 28% higher, not where we are right now, but off that low, which effectively would be only an 8% return. So it depends on your time horizon as to how you handle that. If you are a long-term investor and pick high quality stocks and have your wish list like we're shopping with Santa, have that ready, because I personally feel there's going to be some crazy opportunity.